All right, so today's Father's Day, July 18th, 2023. We're coming towards the end of the build project, and today what I'm going to do is build the ramp. I figured I'd go with a 5 foot long ramp. Believe the door opening 72, so I bought some 2x6x10s and some 2x6x12s. That should just save me on a lot of wood, so I don't have any extras. Before I start talking about the ramp, what I didn't record, if you notice at the very bottom of the shed, is I laid a lot of stone. I wrapped that around the entire shed. The material came from a wall that I took down. I figured rather than putting ladders or some other type of material to cover up that opening, I had some rocks, and I figured that would look nice. And it actually looks a little bit, almost makes it look historical, as if that foundation was there when you see it from afar. Gives it a nice feature, I think. So I'm very, uh, I'm very proud of that. Uh, I had trying to find the angle here for my ramp. I had to decide how long I wanted this ramp and how steep I wanted the ramp. And I think I settled on a ramp that's about 5 feet long. I can't quite remember right at this moment, but something like that. And I had an old 2x6x8 that I had used for a roof joist, and I'm just using that right there as my template, uh, so I don't cut my pressure treated at first and waste that piece. I figured this piece over right here I can sacrifice, and that's what I did. Once I got my angles, I used one as a template, and I made all of my other ones identical to it, and laid them out. I did use 2x6 by 8 feet long. Wanted something a little bit sturdier and beefier than just using some uh, decking material. Decided to go with some really heavy duty pressure treated wood. I think it looks beefier, it looks nicer. And here I'm just measuring it out, bring it up right up to the threshold of the door. Had to make a couple of cuts just to get the right angle that I wanted. I was trying to figure out whether or not I wanted to go underneath it a little bit or up to it. And what I ended up doing was cutting a little bit of scribe wood and sliding it inside of there, filling in that space so it could create a nice solid platform. Uh, Again, my wife was always around, and that's how she is, always helping, doing her part, and here she is over here helping me out a little bit. Um, and she's actually helping me. She's holding the wood up for me, and being my second eyes on this project. A lot of the ideas for the project actually came from her. As I would ponder on what I want as far as size or colors, those are all her picks. So the color of the shed is all hers. The size is all hers. A lot of the ideas came from her. I would just put them into practice, but she came up with most of the ideas for the shed. So here I'm nailing down all of my planks onto my ramp. And what I did for the very bottom of the ramp, I ended up cutting the last piece at a 45-degree angle, and that way there was a transition that would come from the ground onto the ramp, so it didn't leave a bump. Um, what I did after that is where that 45-degree angle uh, that I made, I ended up just raking up dirt up to it, so it graded right up to it, so it was a nice easy transition. Here I'm cutting it and getting it ready, and you'll see that when I lay it down, I'll fill it in, and then I also installed a couple of posts in there just to create a little bit of support, and also I didn't want all the weight on the shed itself. Not that I think it's doing much at all, but it is kind of relieving pressure off of that. Um, in the next video, I'm going to start the inside of all the shelving. That's when I start the organizing process. Hopefully, I'll see you then.